as the bitterly cold wind whips outside. Inside this Delaware barn, there is peace.
Come here.
Calm inside the storm.
There she is.
You are witnessing a battle. Maybe not like you expected.
One too many IEDs. It gets you.
Veterans in the fight for their lives.
I had a drinking problem and I got a DUI.
I got out and they told me I had PTSD.
When I tried finding my answers at the end of a bottle and that wasn't working, it was time for me to do something different.
Something very different and life-changing. Stockhands horses for healing, equine therapy, and much more.
I'm hoping they find that peace within the storm that's happening in their lives, or at least a lull in it. Hey, Luke, do you want to saddle her?
Tim Funk, a Marine Corps veteran, co-founded the Veterans Program here. It's horsemanship. More importantly, it's camaraderie.
Once we get out, there's a lack of belonging. And I think that's what a lot of us struggle with, outside of the trauma.
Trauma and the stigma of struggles with mental health.
Toughen up, you'll get through it.
And the stigma of asking for help.
It's okay to talk about your mental health. Regardless if you're in uniform or out uniform, talk about your mental health.
Jason Hughes is an Army National Guard veteran and veteran liaison for the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, working to connect local veterans with resources and ultimately reduce the number of suicides in the veteran population of Ohio.
What are we seeing? What does the data show for our local veterans?
So for Ohio, unfortunately, we do know, based on the numbers that we receive from the VA on the annual basis, the numbers are going up.
The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs finds veterans remain at an elevated risk for suicide. The latest data is from 2021. It shows 6,392 veteran suicide deaths, 114 more than in 2020. In Ohio, it shows 242 veteran suicide deaths, 12 more than in 2020.
At the end of the day, we know that one suicide is one too many. So anything above 0 is too much.
You can tell they've been outside because they're super muddy, a lot of them are.
Back in the barn, this is hardly a clinical setting.
These are the two big ones.
These veterans are focused on working with their horses, taking their minds off of the storm outside.
He does better with a buddy like most of us.
It's veterans fighting alongside each other.
We are our best resource for each other as veterans, and that's what this place has created. It's not just a building, it's a whole mindset.
All the veterans I know, they feel like that they can do anything and hold anything in, but once you get veterans together and start talking to each other, that's when they let stuff out, and I think that's what this place is about.
Gathered together with one mission: healing.
You're not alone. If I can go through it, so can you. If I can get better, so can you.
Healing is not a destination.
Healing is about progress. It's about taking steps in a positive direction to change where you're at.
It's about hope.
I have hope again for a normal life.
And making forward strides. That's the motto at Stockhands.
This work is life-saving. How do you describe that?
Humbling. They say, I have veterans all the time saying, you're saving my life. We are saving each other's lives.